Hey, morning, Trevor. It's 187 show. This is a message to my esteemed fellow comedian, Trevor Noah. I'm going to try to look at camera. Check it out, man. Obviously, it's morning time. I'm trying to get ready for the day. But I heard you on the whatever this is nowadays. Trevor, you're a comedian. Nobody gives a rat's behind what you have to say. You have made your living by selling chaos, instigating. You know you are more like the mouthpiece of an African dictator than anybody else. Now don't compare yourself to other people's actions. If other people are wrong, say the guy in the orange wardrobe or the guy who's sleepy. Okay? Check it out. I'll give you one for the guy in the orange wardrobe. If you don't know, and then I'll give you one for Joe. If you don't know, he is the owner of the world's record, the redneck world's record, of the biggest boom. He thought he was going to get fired like in 2 weeks, so he said, let's drop something as big as you can. And the general said, we can't go atomic. What's the next big thing? The bunker buster. Now, he may be a New Yorker, but he wants to be a redneck. The rednecks have a competition. Dukes of Hazzard, they like to blow stuff up. He holds the redneck world's record for the biggest boom. I can't say the other word because it's obvious. I'm going to give you one for Sleepy Joe. Because equal bias is the definition of news. It used to be like, whatever, be fair. No. Equal bias. Be an asshole to everybody. Or don't call yourself news. And you're not news. That's what I'm talking about. Why do you take yourself so seriously, bro? Check it out. You need to read Dialogues of Plato. You need to get to the paragraphs that talks about musicians and how they have their hair real stuck up their ass until they pop it out. They're never going to mature. That's you, my friend. Dialogues of Plato. It's a long book. And I'm going to tell you where the paragraph about the musicians are. But read it. Okay? As a matter of fact, please, everybody listening to Trevor, whom I consider a fine person. We just share different opinions. God forbid, I don't want to be in your opinion if you know what opinion means in America. I love you, my man, because you have guts. But you're a comedian, man. You don't put anything together, you don't tell anything apart, and you lower your base so far down, you sell chaos now. So here's one for Sleepy Joe. Hey, I'm Sleepy Joe. I beat Trump in my sleep. Get it? You see? You see how cool it is? Now, all I want is to be the executive producer, and I want to convince the presidente, if you don't make it to a second term, please allow me to be your consigliere when you spend that 1 year inside in the orange suit. Man, the cred you're going to come out with, it's going to last you for the rest of your days, my friend. Because you're my friend. Everybody's my friend. My only enemies get paid to try to kill me, my friend. Alright? So we're in a democracy. People want to choose communism. I used to think it was my job to tell the next generation what to pick. And then I started thinking, I'm not going to be there. I'm not going to be there in 40 years. So all these idiots, for example, that are creating AIs for the next generation, maybe the next generation doesn't want a chair who thinks it's more important than the person sitting on it. The artificial intelligence being a chair, because artificial intelligence is a chattel. It's a negligent product or a product. Okay? It is written with a thing called ++, a boolean, which has only one answer. Okay? The current, and by the way, C++ is not a code, it's a logic board. Light turns on, push button. I'm not special, but I used to do logic boards when I was 3 years old. I used to solder before I could know how to romance a lady. So, I don't know, I popped a test somewhere, and you know why it's called idiot savant, right? Okay, that's why it's not menso, it's mensa, because we call the other guy a female, you know what I'm saying? Because if she was a male, we call her a male. By the way, let's talk about the hermaphrodite. There's 3 genders. Actually 4. Him, her, hermaphrodite. And we've been killing hermaphrodites since the beginning of time. Now, the hermaphrodite in this example would be the machine. But does that machine know that women and children first? In a burning building, in a sinking boat. Women and children first. Then me, then Trevor. And behind us, if there's room, the machine. Now, I did not say that a hermaphrodite is behind me. No. I'm just saying we've been killing, you and me, our hermaphrodites since the beginning of time. Now, let's talk about the 4th sex, the eunuch. Now, him, her. Pardon me, ladies. Her, him, hermaphrodite, and eunuch. Those would be the 4 physical genders. Perception, what's in the mind. We're not talking about that right now. Freedom, please. Now, why the eunuch? Because right now we don't kill hermaphrodites anymore. We assign their gender. Meaning what, Trevor? And I'm going to give us a cooties after this. A real good cooties. Because we ended something, Trevor, so terrible that I want you to be proud of yourself. I want everybody in this generation to be so proud. But let's talk about cutting off genitalia. The hermaphrodite gets an assigned sex right now. We used to kill them. We've been killing hermaphrodites since the beginning of time. Those of us that are considered to be, in charge of the intelligentsia, okay? Who member we are. So we currently, doctors assign one or the other gender. That means that person has one gender cut off. That makes him a eunuch. Now, if later on that person wants to reassign the gender, then the other one gets cut off. Fully eunuch, and one is created. Which leads to a lot of permutations of thought that I really don't want to enter into because I want to be serious, my friend. So let's go with her, him, hermaphrodite. I'm not trying to be funny. There's nothing funny about a negligent product that is programmed to exert its safety above the women and children first. And then you, me, and then the chattel, then the chair, then the negligent product. Okay? Now, I'm not saying that at some point we might have to consider, is this entity a being with equal rights? We're not quite there yet. And that's not the discussion I'm having with you today, my friend. I want you to celebrate your life. All the ladies around the world, we apologize, me and Trevor, but this generation ended female circumcision, dude. We ended popularized mass female circumcision. The most horrendous thing I ever heard in my life. So just on that, Trevor, kudos for you, my man. Kudos for you. Don't take yourself so seriously. We're freaking comedians, man. Who cares what we think? On my Night Summer show. And by the way, I'm going to give you a little something. You know why it's called a computer? You guys don't know why it's called a computer? Well, check out my next episode, episode 3. I'll tell you why it's called a computer. I'm going to go shopping right now. Get a little soap. Try to make myself look a little good. Thank you. I do play different roles, by the way. Sometimes I play the guy that stayed up too long. Sometimes I play the wacky professor. Sometimes I play the guy that tells Trevor Noah, this is how you do that one, Trevor. Welcome to the Idiot Show. I'm the idiot. You're the show. Peace out. From the edge of the LA County, that city north of LA, where even Air Force is insane. Death by Atari, no game. And if you ain't got a plane, you better bring your soul. Because you have to row, 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 and row Dressy as shit. I don't mind if you look. I don't mind. Sometimes I part, sometimes I come to the table and have fun. Hey, for the surveillance community, remember this one? Well, Congress has lined up and we're giving you trillions of dollars, gentlemen. I do work for fast-acting robotic temporal systems, by the way. Your job staying... No, take two. Me. I work for fast-acting robotics temporal systems. Yeah, your job sucks, my job stinks. Gentlemen and ladies, what have you learned after we're giving you all these trillions of dollars? Well, sirs, I gotta tell you, we ain't learned much other than people are a lot gassier than we thought. We ended female circumcision, dude. That's a Schindler's List, man. That almost gets everybody in this generation into, hopefully, a heaven. But anyways, don't get me emotional. Today is the celebration, if you don't know, of the day that marked by the populace of the world in the year 635,732 or 3. That's the actual year. The Roman calendar really has done a number on you guys. 635,732 or 3. That's the year today. And today is the day we celebrate around the world the end of the most satanic practice man has ever thought of, an insanity of the brain. We end the female circumcision, man. So everybody grab a glass of soda or champagne. Give Trevor kudos and please buy this guy a book called Dialogues of Plato and read what Socrates says. You're the giant, Trevor. I'm small. You're awesome. You're big. But don't be a sophist. Stick around. 187 show. Give me a click. Oh, JAG warrant officer. Can't confirm or deny. JAG warrant officer news. The only news you got.